What's up, homies? Welcome everybody to the Big Homies Corner. I think tonight was supposed to be Tarantulas After Dark, but Tarantulas After Dark will be taking a temporary break for personal reasons, and she will be back. But for now, it's just going to be the Big Homies Corner on Wednesdays, guys. So
Maybe
just
we
send
can
out
do
some love and
a
some
photo
prayers out
thing.
to what's that?
So maybe we can do
Oh
a photo
yeah,
thing every once in a while if people
see,
want
Yep.
it.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
we can definitely do
Hey,
that.
so Joe, what did you have in mind, buddy? Because we were kind of talking about that backstage a little bit, man, about having some type of a photography deal going on.
So I guess I want to know what did the people want, man? What did the people want? No, it's such a vast field, like anything, right? Like, what do you want to know about? Do you want to know about the gear? Do you want to know about
Mhm.
technique? Do you want to know about the animals? More about the animals that we shoot, how we deal with them. What do you want to know? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Throw us some ideas because we can talk about all of it if you want to.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, for
lots of fun
sure.
stuff.
Yeah,
I
while
mean,
you're in
You,
there coming in late, make sure you. If you're coming in later on, make sure you put hashtag replay homies and drop it down in the
hashtag replay
comments and make
homies.
sure you subscribe to the channel.
Ooh, what's up, Dickie, Boza? How you guys
oh
doing?
What's up,
yeah,
Dickie?
here.
What's
Let's
up,
go into
Bosa?
the comments real quick, folks. Before let's get
I
this
know we're
covered real
starting a little
quick.
late tonight, but the Big Homies Corner is usually 8 Eastern. So we'll get back to that, next week.
Yep, we will be back to that. What's up, Dickie? Thanks for locking in, man. I appreciate you tonight. My man Bosa with Bosa Reptiles. What's up,
What's up,
big guy?
Bosa?
Thanks for locking in
Appreciate you,
tonight.
brother.
Appreciate you. Our friends at Reptile Dysfunction. I still love that name. That name is freaking incredibly funny. A play on words, right? Hello, how are you doing tonight, man? Yeah, so if you guys are tuned in right now, let us know what you want Joe to take pictures of, and we do all kinds of stuff on this. He works with a lot of different animals. Like, what are you mainly working with right now, Joe?
So I was doing a lot of invertebrates, right? Um, but I'm really
Right.
looking to try and find the different stuff. I'm trying to see like if I can send you a couple of uh, photos here real quick. You can put something up. Um, so something really cool I got to
What's
do the
up,
other day
Vance?
was
Thanks for locking in, homie.
I know we had
got
amazing
hold
time with
of.
Danny a couple of weeks ago. With
See
all
what
his
do we got?
animals and stuff like that. So we appreciate everybody coming in. Sorry about that, Joe.
Oh, you're good. You're good, man. So
While
here we
you're
go.
doing that, shout out to Lindworm for this hoodie. Uncle Double L over there, we appreciate you. And the hoodie is nice and warm. And I was sitting in a recliner about 20 minutes ago, right before the show, and I just dozed off. So make sure you go over and check him out and all the merch. He's got new merch and stuff dropping too, new T-shirts and stuff. So
Nice.
I always
I don't know
appreciate
how to
them
show the
and
back,
the
but it's not
support.
slacking on the back. It's
Yeah.
actually kind of nice. Yeah, them landworm hoodies, bro. Y'all need to cop one of them, man. They're nice. Hey, they didn't slack on the quality on these things.
What's up,
I'm
Vance?
actually wearing this in the snake room just so we can kind of shout it out, man. And they're
Oh
they're
yeah.
really nice. And but
Yeah,
boy, they
inside they
cook
kind
you,
of feel like a
man.
velvet, kind of like a
Yeah,
velvet,
it's really
real
soft
soft.
inside, but dude, like when I'm in my snake room wearing this thing, bro, I'm like, oh
Yeah, go right to sleep, get nice and comfy.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Dude, Elaine, if you like those hoodies, we got some hoodies on my Etsy. If you guys want to go over there, uh, and if you guys go cop you a hoodie, they got a couple of them over there. We got a big homies breakdown. We will have some other ones. We got one like Joe. You got one on there too. Uh, that nice little photograph with the tarantula
Hmm.
with your logo on there. That's always one of my favorites. So if you guys want to go over there and check that out, it's the Big Homie Shop on Etsy.
Well, the funny part about that was like a quick cell phone shot that we edited and it just came out right.
No,
Hey, you know
I
what?
like it, dude. It's
all about
actually
the
one
tool
of
you
my-
use.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot
All
to
right.
reach out to
Hey,
you.
thank you. Appreciate you.
What's that, Sean?
Oh no, I was just responding to Elaine Pookie. Thank you.
Oh, Lane,
Go check
tarantulas
out
are
them hoodies.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be posting some new hoodies here in a few days because they gave me a bunch of credits to make all these designs, but like my mind doesn't work that fast, so designs and stuff take a little longer to do. I'm running out of ideas sometimes, so.
Yeah.
But
that
yeah,
always-
man, I got an SJS shirt I was working on, and it had a picture of a Grandma Stole a Poker on the back, and I was like, you know what? I just want to do a white shirt for this. I thought it
What's up,
looked
G-Paw?
fire. What's up, G Paul? Welcome to the
hopefully
show,
you're
bro.
Feeling better, man. Yeah, I meant to reach out to
Yeah,
you, Joe,
man.
from the Jackson show. I had you guys take some couple pictures, and I forgot to ask you for them. And I know you guys.
Yeah.
I know you've been
We'll get
busy and
those
stuff
sent
like
over.
that. So
I gotta go beat up my kid. Be like, hey, what you do with those?
I know
No,
you guys have been busy with working and all that stuff, and so
Yeah, we've been so busy at work. I had my kid go to work with me. He's been working all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he decided that school's a good thing. I said, yes, stay in school, kids.
Yeah, right. Definitely stay in school.
Don't work like the old men. Now, I sent you a bunch of photos over, Sean, in Messenger there.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, while Sean's doing that, don't forget this Saturday we have internal morphs. Matt Miller doing the burn balls. We're going to have him on.
That's gonna be dope.
Some of the amazing animals that he's got going on and stuff like that. So unfortunately, he can't ship into the U.S. because of the Lacey Act. But people in Canada and other places like that, they can receive those animals.
Darn Canadians! They get the Fiji Island iguanas too. We can't get those here.
Oh yeah, yep. Those are pretty awesome too.
Oh, those are probably my favorite iguana, and of course, it's the one that we can't get here. I need to go up and make friends with some Canadians up there so I can go and take photos of them. I'm gonna have to go north of the border to get photos of them.
I don't know if Billy Rose, he's right there in Toronto. He's only about like 3.5 hours away, maybe.
Yeah,
I can't honestly remember if he has them or not. And I know somebody was saying that he was talking about getting them or has them or something like that. I can't honestly remember, but he might know somebody up in that area.
Heck yeah.
Because it's only, I've got the ID now where I can, go across to Canada. I didn't get the passport. I just got it where, the birth certificate where it's a lot cheaper.
The enhanced
Faster,
ID.
so.
Yep.
Ooh, wait till y'all see some of these images Joe sent me, man. These things are fire. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna name them. Joe Fire.
Dude, I tell you what,
I can't wait till they see this picture, dude. Holy cow, dude, that's wild. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You'll just have to stay tuned for that one.
Let me know when you get ready to do. Sorry, Sean, go ahead.
I wasn't saying that, Mike.
I was going to say, let me know when you go ahead and when you do the U.S. ARC.
That'll be at the end, brother.
At the end, okay.
Yeah, it'll be towards the end.
All right, because I got some stuff from U.S. ARC I want to let everybody know about and stuff like that. So,
good deal.
Perfect.
If you support U.S. ARC, we might be able to get Fiji Island iguanas down here and make Joe happy.
Yeah,
come on, U.S. ARC. Hook me up, bros and sisters.
We got somebody up on stage.
Oh, hold on. Let me get these photos saved, and I'll
let me hit Paul. Let me mute it, and I'll get them up there for you. Hang on a second.
All right. While he's doing that, we're just gonna save that. All right. Now I've gotta do the handiwork of importing it. Oh, Hey, what's up, Mr.
What
Floppy?
it do? What it
The
do?
incredible Mr. Floppy. What's cracking, man?
Not much, man. Had to come in. Check on y'all, man.
Hey, long time no see, my brother. How you doing, man?
What's going on? Yeah, man, I be in
Hello.
here. Man, it be a lot going on. I be
How's
up
it going,
here.
man? The baby
Doing
here
all right.
yet?
No. We still
No,
waiting,
not yet?
bro.
Okay.
Still?
Yeah.
Woo.
So
Man. I bet y'all are getting more excited as the day comes closer, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rose said he's got
Do
that.
any hours now. I don't know, any day.
He's got that 2 months off for paternal leave.
Right.
Ooh.
That's a good little time to get stuff done.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're having
How
a
y'all
boy,
doing
right?
though,
A
man?
boy?
Doing good. Hold on. I guess I got to check my Instagram real
Doing pretty
quick.
good, man.
What did you
Just
say?
hanging. You having a little boy, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Mhm.
What you got picked for some names, bro?
We still deciding, honestly. Whenever we get to a hospital, that's what we gonna name. We
There you
still
go.
deciding. Hey,
Hey,
bro.
man, look, every one of my like especially my oldest daughter, man, we had like 3 or 4 different names and none of them fit. And I was
Mhm.
like, well, how about this one? And it ended up being Journey. So
Hell
let me
yeah.
see, where am I gonna
Let's just
put it?
hope that they didn't mess up the ultrasound and it's a girl instead of a boy, and you got all these boy names.
Ooh,
Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Bro.
But yeah,
oh,
you
Bro,
that used to happen a lot in the
bro,
80s, bro.
we can't have no girls. No more girls.
I got 2 myself, 18 and 15. So figure 2 was enough for me. But yeah, congratulations, man, on that. So
Oh yeah,
everybody's looking forward
appreciate it.
for him to come on into the world. So
hmm How y'all season going? Y'all started, pairing yet or anything?
Well, I've got a girl that is due today from her prelay shed, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting.
Any hour, yeah, any hour.
Yeah, any hour, bro. She could be dropping right now, right next to me, and I'd probably not know.
yeah, I'm doing the same 2 pairings as last year. It's a leopard clown female to the double hat sunset clown male. Last year I
Mhm.
produced 4 babies. 2 were visual clown. The two that were visual clown tested positive for sunset. So I'm gonna redo that pairing. And then I got a OD sunset male that I'm putting to a het sunset female.
Mm. Yeah, some
So
OD sunsets. Oh yeah.
yeah, last year I took that same double hat sunset clown male and put to that het sunset female and produced a twin, but he passed. He was only visual sunset, and he was pretty dark. He had some wacky pattern. I had his shed. I still have his shed, but I was like, man, I don't want to send it in to be positive for clown, and so I'm just going to go a different direction. So I'm going to do some OD sunset to a hat sunset female. So, but I put him in there Valentine's Day. Within 15 minutes, he locked with that leopard clown girl, and he was locked for 3 days, 3.5 days.
Yeah,
And
oh
she's
yeah.
already
Oh, that's
done.
it. That's a done deal.
She's already
Oh,
sitting on
bro.
the heat, so she's all the way in the back already. She's done.
Hey, so I paired my boy Vader for the first time this season, and so I put him in Friday. Come Monday, I come to pull him out. This dude stayed locked the whole weekend, and I had to wait till Tuesday morning, and he was all puckered out on the heat side, just like,
That's
worn
what you
out,
need.
bro.
Hey man, you need them good breeders, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I looked at my calendar last year. I threw him on Valentine's Day, and then they locked, and she ovulated, and I can't remember, like in April or something like that. But kind of just go off of when they're like last year when I paired them, and then when they're bow wrapping. When I see her done bow wrapping, she'll go to the back and get on that heat a little bit, and that's when I threw him in there with
There they
Valentine's
are.
Day. So
Mm-hmm.
hoping for some more visual het sunsets.
Hell yeah,
Just a
yeah,
couple
man.
more minutes for
I'm just
them
growing
photos.
up. Well, not growing up. My girls, they already the size. I'm just getting them beefier until
Yeah, I
like
hear you.
maybe August. August, I'm gonna start pairing.
Yeah, I know you got those chondros and stuff too going. One or two of them.
Oh
going this
yeah.
year.
How
I'm
them
gonna do my
going,
first
man?
chondro pairing this fall.
Yeah, I can't wait for you. I know you've been
Yeah.
waiting a little while, but
Bro, I've been growing these things up for about 4, almost 5 years.
yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I
All
took
right,
a
They
long
say
way.
good things come to those that wait, you know. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
that's for sure. Hey
So
guys, we're gonna take our first break real quick, and that way we can get some of these bills paid real quick. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't go nowhere.
yeah, don't go nowhere.
Operation Deeds, Not Words 2 is dedicated to empowering and uplifting disabled veterans and first responders through unwavering support, meaningful resources, and real opportunities that honor their service and sacrifice. Our mission is to build a thriving, impactful organization driven by the shared vision, commitment, and accountability of our team, because when we work together, there is no ceiling on what we can accomplish.
We are equally committed to the growth of our team members, actively encouraging them to expand their voices, followings, and businesses as essential pillars of our mission. Being part of Operation Deeds, Not Words reflects great credit upon our members, uniting communities in the Fat Man Nation. Green Line morphs under a shared purpose rooted in service, resilience, and action-driven impact. Deeds, not words.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
Bad.
Appreciate y'all. Looks like we got some love on the baby here.
Oh yeah. Appreciate
Non-gamer
y'all.
girl says congrats.
Appreciate
Oh,
that.
you know what?
Appreciate that.
No, okay, that's not it. I don't know which one. My kid be in here somewhere, bro, but she got a secret name, so I don't know which one it is sometimes.
and don't forget they're going to be up there at the Gettysburg Reptile Show. Chris and Paul from Large March Morphs, HJS, Rich and Sarah. You got Sammy's going to be up there. Jay from
Sammy.
Radio. They're going to have exclusive shirts there, the black shirts this year. There's 3 different types. There's a blue one, olive green, and a black one. So make sure you go over there and order your shirts.
Yeah, I love tarantulas too. Hey, you know what's funny, Joe? Is you knew who I was before I got my first tarantula, right? Well, I didn't like spiders at all, bro. Like, get me out of here. That's nightmare fuel. And now Cat's getting ready to send me 2 more, bro. An Arizona
Oh no, bro.
blonde and a pink
I
toe.
don't know, bro. Like, I'm just they
Bro, I
so
was
little, bro.
bro.
I'm
Yeah,
scared
no.
I'm gonna lose one or something. Like, you just little.
It is.
That is
Start out with
that
an
is
adult. Start out with an adult. It's what a lot of people do when you're new to it. So it's like starting out like your first ball python. Maybe you shouldn't get a baby. Maybe you should start out with like, one that either didn't make it as a breeder or is retired, but it's established, right? It's desensitized. You know what you got. It's healthy. It's ready to go. And
Go to
so,
Cat,
same
bro.
thing with
All her
tarantulas.
tarantulas, I bet she plays with them every day, bro. I swear she probably plays with them every day somehow.
Yeah, Andy, he's got
So
some nice
used to
stuff.
people, bro. Like, I got one from her, bro. It's so used to human interaction, bro. It's not even like a
All right.
oh, you scared me, I'm gonna hop on you. Hey,
I got to
those
call you Mr.
photos.
Floppy now, man. I love that name. That's hilarious. All right. So you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
This little hand, sticking it into the enclosure.
Damn.
So they're that intelligent, like they know when to come to you and all that stuff.
Nope.
They don't have brains.
Oh,
They get used to you to a point. Some of them don't. This is a
the one
baby
you got
pink
for
though.
Christmas, Joe?
What you got in there, Joe? We got you on the
This is a
solar
new one.
layout, bro. We're all waiting for that moment.
Oh, this is a newer one, huh? Okay.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to teach me something about spiders and stuff because I'm ignorant to that sector.
Joe's got some pretty good knowledge on it himself, so
Come on, little baby.
you could definitely
Yeah, he
ask
got
him
one
anything,
for Christmas.
bro.
She's real docile. I mean, she just hangs out everywhere.
And being
All right. You are wedged in the back, so we're gonna have to move you because my fingers be too big. There we go.
You chunky fingers, sir.
There we go. It helps with 2 hands sometimes.
Here, while
we
he's
go.
waiting on this, feast your eyes on this. Now, literally, I say that because this is wild.
There we
Oh,
go.
all right. I guess we'll wait.
Little
What you
baby
got
pink
there?
toe.
Little pink toe.
Yep.
Yep.
Aviculari.
Aviculari.
Cat's gonna kill me somewhere because I'm gonna butcher this,
And
but
what's
aviculari metallic is the other one. They're very, very similar. They're almost hard to tell the difference. This was just a little friend that got passed to me by my friend up at Angela up at Asylum Pets in Grand Rapids. And
moves a lot?
So with spiders, is it morphs like with ball pythons?
Nope, not really. They are very specific. They can only breed with their own type. You can see some, I guess, paradox might not be the right word, but abnormalities in the breeding sometimes. But you'll get like locality maybe difference, minor. Like Arizona blondes and like Texas brown are different but similar. So it depends, but for the most part, no, you're not going to get morphs per se. And it's, even if they could, it's kind of like frowned upon in the tarantula world. And they get so many cool colors that it's kind of neat. I'm going to change the light here so we can see a little bit better. Here we are. And let's see if we can get right up there. These little toesies on here are pink. These days they'll shine the light box. But if I put it on here, the reflective nature of these guys, they got this blue kind of tint to them with a black. There we can see some of the little pink toes.
Like the iridescence.
A little bit. Some of them have more than others, so it just depends on which species. This little guy's got very pink toes on it. My wife actually really likes it.
I can see it in the camera.
Yeah.
I can see it in.
They're a real good pink toe. And you know, it's all about that, you know, misunderstand versus education.
Just like with like berms and stuff, like people that don't understand berms, you know, they the puppy dog. Like I love my
berms are great.
Yeah. But if
I've
you're not
only
educated about them and all that stuff, you know, you can it's easy to be, oh no, I don't want that. You know, that's crazy. Yeah, but that is cool.
Are they
so how
always
many species of spiders are there?
Oh God, I couldn't even tell you. There's so many.
Okay. I don't know. This is my first time.
You want to chill on my computer? So in knowing your species makes a difference. Like these guys are jumpers, and I've actually been waiting for this one to do that. They're also poop shooters too. That's actually one of their defenses. They shoot it. So but I'm gonna put you back in there, let you chill. But yeah, these guys like to. This is one of the cool things
on you, right?
So this is where he or she will stay most of the time, just hanging out on display for you.
And how often do you have to feed them?
Depending on size, like this guy's gonna get fed once a week right now for a little bit till it gets a little bit you got to watch that booty. You got to get just the right size, not too big, not too small. It's got to be that right size, because too big and they can actually burst it. Too small, you're not feeding them. You don't want them sitting there anorexic looking.
Yeah.
So that one could use just a little bit more oomph. It's hard to tell a little bit sometimes they're younger. I got fluffy tarantulas. My tarantulas are never underfed. I got to watch out. Baby got back. But
you guys still hear me? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get to this picture, man. You guys got to put your eyes on this, dude. This is nice. Look at that eye, dude. Tell us about this,
a leopard? Is that a leopard gecko?
Yep.
Definitely a Leo.
That thing is crazy. That's sick.
Is that a marble eye?
Couldn't tell you. So, you know, one of the fun things about being the photographer is just not knowing, right? Because everybody's talking about the cool genetics and the cool morphs that you can get with all these animals. I'm over here like, Yeah. Whatever. Dude, did you see what this looks like?
Yeah.
And I like the little details that these animals have. I threw you another one towards the end there, Sean, of an iguana, right? Like, so iguanas
dude,
are one of
hold
those
on.
things that amaze me.
Look at that thing.
I had a green iguana in like middle, like 6th or 7th grade, and that thing, I'd take him over to pick up my sister in elementary school. And I put him up on my shoulder, had a leash on him. He didn't bite, he didn't swing his tail or nothing. I come
like
home,
anything, right?
That's gorgeous. I love the color.
He'd get out and
Is
sit
that
at
an
the foot of
iguana?
my
What kind of
bed.
iguana is it, man?
That's a caiman lizard.
Okay,
So I believe those are in the
thought it was a
tegu
caiman
family.
lizard.
Now, I threw you another picture after I sent that group of an actual iguana.
Oh,
These guys
okay. I'm like, bro, I don't see it, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
right.
Iguanas are
This-
awesome.
These are hard to get photos of because not a ton of people have them up north here. They're hard to keep. Their husbandry has got to be on point. Their food sources is tough. I believe they eat mostly snails and a few other things, but you know, like
Mostly
savanna
snails.
monitors, right? Everybody wants to give them nothing but rodents and stuff like that, and then they don't live very long. So it's hard to find one that's healthy, and that was a really cool opportunity. And honestly, these guys are easy to take a photo of. I mean, they're gorgeous. They look different. You know, they look like this dinosaur, you know, with that striking green versus that orangish red head. I mean, they are cool looking. This guy was a reasonable to deal with. Not too thrilled with me, but didn't bite me. So we're friends.
It's always a good
For the
win.
moment.
I mean, without the tail, he's about a foot long. So I mean, it's decent size.
Yeah.
That would have been a nasty bite.
Oh yeah.
How's
So
your
I
black
was pretty
dragon
happy.
doing?
We ended up trying to work with him, but it didn't end up being the right fit, and it was stressing the dragon out. So we took him back to the breeder, which was we felt the right thing to do. Didn't ask for any money back, just like, hey, we need to do the right thing for the animal, because it was just stressed. So it's like we're doing something wrong. Something isn't good with our setup. So, and we tried. We went through a lot of steps to make it, but you know, for the animal, we decided that was the best way to go. So it just had a hard time staying eating. In an Asian water monitor that doesn't want to eat, something's wrong.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons, like on my little glip there, I put, you know, my husbandry's on point or something like that, because that's what I always hear. Like, nope, admit it. Something's wrong with your husbandry. You're not doing something right. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just means something's not right. You either got to figure it out or find a way to make the animal all right.
Yeah, it could be anything that.
Yeah. So the people we got it from actually cohab them from a very young age. So they're not necessarily a true cohab species, but they don't, in the right situations, oppose it. And Asian water monitors can be very social, right? So all of a sudden now it's all on its own, and I think that didn't help either. So a whole host of things happened, so we just decided. But yeah, iguanas, right? Like we grew up, my age, I'm older. Iguanas just got to be so common, right? Everybody forgets about them, and
look at that thing.
they forget they're little dinosaurs, man.
Is that one of them red ones?
That thing
That's actually mostly white.
Yeah, wow.
That is a mostly white one. It's got some albino in it.
I wish I could blow up the eye though, bro. I don't know what it is about these eyes and these reptiles, bro, but they sure look a lot different than. I don't know. It's probably because my eyes are shot, but
you know, they dinosaurs, man.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
they real dinosaurs.
One of the reasons I like eyes is everybody thinks it's because of that pattern, right? And how cool they look. But look at that pupil, man. I mean, you just take a second to actually look in the eye, ignore the color, and just look at it like you're looking at a person, right? They're not a person. They're not. I'm not saying that, but there's more there than just a dumb animal. And it's more than just a mindless thing. And when you start to see it, it softens them. They're not so scary. And that's kind of one of the things I noticed when I first started taking photos of reptiles and getting back into the hobby, was how many people were just scared of these animals and like, why would you want to go take photos of them? I'm like, this is why I look at them. They're cool, man. I mean,
right.
Whether you're religious or not, I mean, to me, they're like God's creation. And watching these things, it's like, look at the perfection in this, and it looks at you. And as a photographer, right, I'm getting these moments where it's stressed out, and all of a sudden this animal's just chilling with me, like it's cool
Matter
with
of
me.
fact, Joe, I forgot you was a photographer. I need help with streaming off my Sony. So I just purchased a Sony Alpha 6100. Well, I'm gonna get with you anyways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get with you because, bro, like
Oh, bro, I
photography
love this,
is so complicated. It's so complex, and
Well,
I'd be like, yo,
it is.
this why I ain't.
It
I
is
won't
and
do
it isn't. It is and it isn't, right? So they made it more complex by basically strapping a high-powered computer onto a lens now. And these cameras now, they're not. Hold on, they're not cameras anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
They aren't. Here's an Olympus EM1X. This was the flagship model for a number of years for Olympus. At the time when they sold it was like a $3,000 camera. Now I bought it used for $700, right? So this, $3,000 gaming computer you buy today, in a couple of years, you're gonna sell it for like $500, right? So this stuff depreciates too. But when you get it, like here's a Nikon Z9, still Nikon's flagship. The computing power in this thing rivals a lot of the computers from 2 years ago. It's insane what these can do. That's the complicated part. It's all the little bells and whistles, right? When you drive these new vehicles down the road, you drive a Tesla or you drive one of these fancy new EVs, or heck, even some of the Fords, Toyotas, whatever. They got all these buttons on them now, all the stuff they can do. Trying to hook your phone up to your car is a monumental task, right? But it still just goes down the road. They didn't change how it goes down the road. It goes straight, it turns left, it turns right, it backs up. So what they did though is they confused you with all the bells and whistles on it.
Yeah.
Now, if
and
you're trying to,
the lens sometimes, well, most of the time, the lens costs more than the whole body, and I'm like, yo, what the?
It can. So
absolutely.
This guy right here, $5,500 body. The lens on it is what's this one going for? I think this is like $1,200 lens on it right now for the macro lens. Now you can also go and spend about $15,000 on a 600 millimeter telephoto lens, prime lens for doing wildlife. So, but I can also buy a cheap lens for it for like $300. Depends on.
Joe, let me ask you
one.
this: do you have a gimbal for that? One of those stabilizers.
Which
it's
kind?
called a gimbal.
Which kind?
Well, there's.
Are you talking like a video gimbal?
I don't
Or are you
know a lot
talking
about
like
them yet, but they got this
Right
one,
now,
bro. It'll follow whoever you have as a target. Like if I say I want Mr. Floppy to be my target, bro, it won't let him go. Until
but you can do that with regular stuff, like because I do got a gimbal, but I'm streaming right now off my Osmos Pocket 3.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
So there's a couple different kinds
I
of
need
gimbals,
something
right?
to help me do recording because my best recording time is when everybody's out of the house, so I don't have nobody but myself.
That's what I need to get me something like that. That way it's going to follow me because I never know when I'm going to be recording.
Right.
So some of those new gimbal techs out there, like Osmo makes some, that DJI. There's some different stuff. Like right now, my webcam is an Insta360 X5. We're getting the Ace Pro 2 here soon, just so we can do some of that stuff. If you want to do that follow stuff, you get the littler cameras, right? So what I was going to get to, and this is good because people are going to want to know this, right? I would love to be able to stream live on my Z9, but I can't stream live. Most of these big dog cameras, for whatever reason right now, I'm sure there's a couple coming out that you can stream live on, but right now I don't know which ones they are. There aren't too many you can stream live on. You want to stream live, you get like DJI makes a bunch, GoPro makes a bunch. I'm in the Insta360. They fit me better for right now, and they're probably your best bet. And the beauty of that is like, it might seem like, you tell somebody like, yeah, just go spend $500, get yourself one of those. And they're like, oh my God. When you're doing this stuff, like I watched a videographer. Yeah.
Bro, like, cause this Osmos Pocket 3, it ran me probably about $500-$600, but I use it at least 5 times a week.
Yep.
So I'm getting my
Get your
use
use
out
out
of
of
it.
it. That's for
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
You know,
Guys,
and,
we're
and I
gonna
just don't use it
we're
for
gonna cut
streaming.
to
I use it for
another
blogging too, you know, and
Yeah.
you can use it for taking pictures as well. So
yeah.
And that's it. And that's what I tell people. Like, there are 1,000,001 different ways to do this. You got to find the way that works best for your situation. And video, these are not my favorite for video because the file size is massive, right? So downloading onto a computer, working with on a computer, even when you bump it down and dumb it down, is still a huge, massive file. Whereas I get really crisp quality out of like the Insta360s here. You can get it out of the GoPros, the DJIs, all of them are going to do a nice job. You just got to find which platform you like better.
yeah,
And you're going to get great stuff. You can do it on some of these new phones now and get really good image quality now too.
Yeah.
You got to tweak with it a bit and you got to work a little harder. But yeah, like you said, so why spend $5,500 on a body? There's several reasons. Like you said, number one, you work with it all the time. So I can go get my kids, you know, I think they're down to $800 for the body, his Nikon camera. I can get really nice image quality out of that, but I'm gonna have to work 10 times harder. I'm gonna have to work so much harder to get that same crisp image that I got with this. It's gonna take me 40 shots versus 5 shots. You know, it's gonna stress the animal out more. It's gonna stress me out more, and then I got to do more work in post to get it just right. So it's not that I can't do it. It's just, you know, why get an S10 to pull the trailer when I can get an F350?
right.
Because it's
If
not
you're
a
going to do it
Ford.
all the time,
Because it's not
you
a
know.
Ford.
Right.
We're gonna cut to commercial, guys. Hold on, we'll be right back. Welcome
So
back,
yeah,
everybody.
do some research. I tell everybody online, if you want to do some streaming or photography, find what it is you want to take photos of. And
Because the
all the
land size
platforms.
matter, all of that matter.
Yep. And what you're going to do with it, right? One of the reasons I went with the Insta360 was some of the stuff I'm going to do, its ecosystem and some of the other stuff and how it locked together was going to do better for me, right? And Sony makes amazing products, Canon makes amazing products, Nikon doesn't matter. I got friends that shoot Sony and he turns out like amazing images. I got a friend that does Canon, she turns out amazing images. So it's all just, you know, what do you like?
Just personal preference, yeah. Do you notice some of the? Go ahead, sorry, Joe.
I was gonna say I have a hard time shooting Sony because I got these giant bear paws and they got smaller frame bodies. I have a hard time shooting any other kind of Olympus but this large body because their cameras are minuscule. And so I sit here like this. I look like that big kid trying to ride a, you know, a little 4-year-old's tricycle. Ain't working out. My buddy's watching. I ain't making fun of you, man, just because you're short.
Does some of the cameras have like a retina display like some of the newer phones or no?
What do you mean retina display?
I've noticed like the newer iPads have some kind of retina built-in display. I can't, it doesn't matter to me. Like I can't see what they're talking about, but I've just noticed like they're talking about the new retina displays in the newer phones and stuff like that. I'm not sure too much about it.
There's either one or two things you're talking about. So some of the retina display stuff is just saying like, you know, built Ford tough. It's like marketing, right? But there is stuff that can actually recognize your I'm just going to keep at you, Sean. Some of it, right, is they're actually talking about the ability to scan your retina. If they're talking about that kind of tech where like they're doing the phone unlocks, they're actually using your iris or something like that.
Okay, maybe that's what it is then. Okay.
There's two different things, but I think a lot of like the retina display is just like you see it on like the TVs and stuff. It's supposed to be them just saying like, this is a hardcore Intel Premium Pentium Platinum 6 Plus, you know, core processor, whatever in your computer. You know, they're just putting a bunch of marketing stuff in there. Now, Canon did do something different, right? So through the eyepiece, when you look in there, there was, I want to say, was it the R3 or the R1 they started with, where you actually could set a setting in there where the autofocus point would actually track your pupil and where you're looking on the screen, and you could move it with your eye.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's yeah.
And,
I don't know why I went with Sony. I think just because PS5.
So Sony makes amazing cameras. They have got a huge lens system built up. Sony probably made and I want to say the mirrorless camera for the longest time. The A7 III was probably the best all-around camera that was made for probably 5-6 years. Like it was it. And then they made it better by coming out with the 7 IV. And it's probably that nice like middle range where like I want a really nice camera, but I don't want to pay these prices Joe's paying. But I also don't want to get a cheap camera. I want to get that kind of mid-tier, spend about $3,000 on a body and get something really sweet.
Same thing. I'm having like trouble with what's the Sigma lens, the Sigma 16 millimeter or whatnot. Like I think it's time for Sony to update that lens first of all, because it's been out for too long, and you know it need an update. And then you have other cameras or other lens that competing with it, and it's like $300, $250. And you know the Sigma is about what, 500.
Well, and it depends on what series it is too. For some of those series, they won't do it on purpose. Some companies are better about updates for certain things, right? And it depends on what you buy. So like my Nikon Z9 has had about 1 billion firmware updates, probably about 4 times more than any other camera company has put into their flagship models, which is really cool. And that's built brand loyalty into a lot of us. You're like, oh, cool. You're just going to keep making my camera better? Awesome. Now, for their lower tier ones, they haven't done that as much. And their bottom tier ones, they haven't done hardly crap for, which I guess, you know, you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, on non-native lenses, every camera company out there is bad about updating those because they don't want you to buy non-native. They want you to buy theirs. They're going to make it compatible so you feel like you're not trapped in their system, but they're not going to update them so that way your autofocus tracking isn't as sharp. You know, the motor doesn't maybe jive all the time and quite work the way it should. So that's something they do. You know, like all the iPhone company or the iPhone and all the other phone companies, you know, after a couple model years, nerfing your phone so it doesn't work quite as nice.
Making that battery go down quick and where you got to upgrade. Like,
connectivity issues, all that kind of stuff. So
I'm always 2 or 3 phones behind anyway, but it's like, man.
I will say I do like that Sony has had some of the best longevity out of their lenses, their native lenses. But as far as their aftermarket support goes, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like Nikon and Sony, where they kind of, hell, they're still better than Canon. Canon, it took them, they got in the mirrorless world, and I think it took them 4 or 5 years, and they came out with mirrorless lenses before they even let anybody make anything. Nikon wasn't much better. So you couldn't even get, like, even still today, you can't get much in for Nikon or Sony for aftermarket lenses. So you can't go to Sigma and be like, hey, I want one of your cool art glass lenses. Nope.
Well, excuse me, Jim. I got to go for the night. Pregnant lady wants some sweets. So,
hey, bro, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you coming by, bro.
Oh, no problem.
Man. Kid,
I had some free time, man. You know, it's hard.
We appreciate you coming on and spending time with us.
Well, take care of your wife, bro. Rub her feet, bro. So good, bro. Because being pregnant, my wife always complained about the feet. In the back.
Good luck with the baby.
Back, bro. Yeah, congrats, man. Reach out if you got any more questions, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I know I'm gonna have some more. Like I'm lost. I'm new. I just got a camera, so you know, I just wanted that crisp stream.
You seem to have some good knowledge though about what you're playing with over there, though.
Heck yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
It always helps.
All right, then, y'all have a good night, man.
Thanks,
later,
man.
Man.
Appreciate you, brother. He's got some new shirts coming out too, so make sure you check out his shirts he's coming out with.
Heck yeah.
I love that dude, man. He's good people.
Heck yeah.
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 Yeah, he's still
I'll tell you
active
what.
duty. He's got 7 years left, so he's
Yep.
still in
Well, I
there.
hope he makes it all them 7 years too, because hey,
What's
that
up,
trophy at
Mitzi?
the that trophy at the end of the finish line is totally worth it, bro. That retirement, and then if you have a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit of disability too, my dude.
What's up,
That's on
Jeremiah?
him before he knows it. Oh, sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying, hey, I'm catching back up on the chat. Mitzi jumped in here. Gotta love Mitzi.
Yeah, before you know it, like in 7 years, it'd be just like that. Like I can't believe it's been 9 years since I've been, at LCC. It seems like it was a couple months ago. It's like, man, time is just flying.
It does, man.
Yeah.
It goes faster when you're having fun, though.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Mitzi and Dickie, and all the people in the chat. Just make sure you smash that like button and share it out for us. And we always appreciate it. We're getting back into things now that crazy stuff's going on, over here. It's all done with now, hopefully, and we're getting back on the grind. And so
I don't like grinding all the time, Mike.
Remember what Joe says about grind mode
all the time.
What's that, Joe?
I said, remember what Joe said about grind mode.
Yeah, you can't grind all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Grind mode's a temporary thing. You can't hold your foot to the throttle all the time, baby.
Exactly.
Burn out.
Hey, we're gonna cut to our last commercial for the night, and then Mike, you'll have some stuff to say about a US ARC afterwards.
Yeah, I got a little couple things that we can let everybody know what's going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and run them now. Then we'll see y'all in just a few minutes.
Introducing the Python Portal, a ball python breeder who works on snow and true ghost combos as well as the Tiger Dean.
We also offer many unique custom 3D printed accessories, as well as custom merch, so don't forget to stop by and check us out.
The United States Association of Reptile Keepers is a science, education, and conservation-based advocacy for the responsible private ownership of, and trade in reptiles and amphibians. We endorse caging standards, sound husbandry, escape prevention protocols, and an integrated approach to vital conservation issues. Our goal is to facilitate cooperation between government agencies, the scientific community, and the private sector in order to produce policy proposals that will effectively address important husbandry and conservation issues. The health of these animals, public safety, and maintaining ecological integrity are our primary concerns.
So welcome back, everybody. And Mike, you had some things you wanted to say, bud?
Yeah, we always
you got the center stage. Go
make
for
sure
it,
you
bud.
support US ARC Florida. Right now, there's a couple things in legislation, especially up there in Idaho. They're trying to ban Norwegian rats. If you're a ball python breeder, any kind of snake breeder,
Norwegian rats,
Norwegian rats, and also roof rats up there in Idaho. Make sure you go over to usarc.org and check that out. Just click on the state, and it'll pop up everything in there. Yeah, I mean, they're just trying anything they can to get rid of the feeders. I mean, you don't have feeders, and you can't have your animal snakes or any kind of reptiles like that. Also in Arkansas, there's some stuff they're doing with tegus, where before April 16th, if you get them registered, you can get them with the grandfather clause and stuff like that. There's a lot more in there. Actually, I'm just going off the top of my head, but they're doing some stuff with tegus in Arkansas. So most of them are permitted, whatever, prohibited anyway. But just go over there and check that out. US ARC Florida. And then also, me and Joe, we got a show the 28th of March down in Jackson at the American One Event Center, 128 West Ganson Street, in Jackson, Michigan. I've got some US ARC stuff I'm going to have on my table and kind of shouting out US ARC and letting everybody know here at the local shows that I do about US ARC and stuff like that, and what they represent and how they're a big help in the community and stuff like that. So we always thank Vanessa and Phil Goss and all those people over there at US ARC.
Yeah, man, I bet they're real busy this time.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's how they come at you, though, man. They're not going to come at you direct to get rid of your animals. They're going to come at you sideways. They're going to come at you and nickel and dime you so that way they're not going to make them illegal. They're just going to make it so cost prohibitive to do it that it just does away with itself.
Yeah, in South Carolina, they were talking about lizards, all lizards, and if you have this lizard, you have to pay this permit, and each one you have to get certain permits for, and it's just crazy with it. I'm surprised here in Michigan with all the alligators that they've found loose and this and that. And knock on wood that they haven't started coming up here in Michigan and messing with stuff. So we've been fortunate.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the things that they said in there are two things that on that commercial, pay attention to everything they say, because there's some good information on that commercial. Like one of the things is,
husbandry,
preventing your animal. Well, yeah, husbandry, but preventing your animal from escaping, right? That's a big deal, folks. Like, build a proper enclosure that your animal can't get out of. For all the and I got a point to this, right? And the second one is misinformation, right? All of these places that want to ban something, they love sending out half truths or sometimes flat out lies about what happens. They love the fear tactics, right? Like these gators are going to get loose, they're going to get huge, right?
You're
So I was helping
kids.
Yeah,
we were up helping my friend Angela at her store here this last weekend, and where I don't know, there's a lot of information I don't have to help people out. There's a lot of stuff I can help people with, and one of those is feeding them the right information and telling them what's absolute bullshit. So
Straight up.
she's got this really nice berm up there, about 10 foot long now, decent size, and just a puppy dog like most berms are, right? We're just talking about how nice berms are. Just a normal color, but it's really cool because it's good for them to see what a normal looks like. And I was telling somebody, there's, what is that? And I go, well, that's a reticulated python up there. As you can see by the different colors, it's a morph. And this is a normal berm. Both females, both really nice. They're going to get back to me and goes, isn't it the ones that get out? Why, actually, no, they're not. Those are ones that people don't put in proper enclosures and allow to get out. I go, isn't it because they're really strong? I go, no, I said, they're strong for sure. I said, but he said, aren't they always thinking, trying to find? I said, some will try to find their way out. I said, but at the end of the day, the only reason they try to find their way out is usually because that somebody's put their food source too close and they can smell it, so they're hunting. I said, B, their enclosure is so small, they need to find somewhere to get out. They didn't give them proper size enclosure. Or C, they've gotten out before because, so they're just trying to figure out how to get back out.
Security.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it can't be no worse than someone having a screen window open with a cat and they see another cat or something and they're going right through the screen window or a dog, whether it be pit bull, chihuahuas. I mean, I think chihuahuas are to be honest, the worst that will bite your ankles. But I mean, if the gate's open, if there's a little hole in the gate, they're going to find a way out. I mean, it's just natural instinct to, but a lot of people don't look at it like that. They're like, oh, snakes are invasive species and, and stuff like that. They always try to twist it and turn it. But, so, I mean, like birds could be the same way, or fish, you just different opinions on, what people have. So.
Well, it's never the animal. It's always the people, and that's what we've got to learn.
Yeah, it's like, are you going to leave your
animals? Prevent foolishness.
Yeah, it's like, are you going to leave your front door cracked open and unlocked, or are you going to make sure it's locked? When you come in it, or when you're done with your animal feeding and or handling, make sure double check it, if not triple check it.
And
your tubs are closed.
The crazy part is usually almost all these things are preventable, right? So you see that guy that has just a hinged door and he's got just a little clasp where he locks it instead of having like some kind of positive lock that holds the whole door closed. When all you do is get like a little double lock system to hold the corners closed. Yeah. And that big Burma retic or tegu or whatever it was that got out could have been prevented.
Oh,
now I had a big blue and gold macaw. And he would take his toes and he would lift up the lock and unscrew the thumb. And he was smart. So finally I had to take a dog collar chain and a choke collar and wrap it around there and put a padlock on it. And I mean, they're smart animals. He just wanted to get out and get on my shoulders, or when I could see, 10, 12 years ago, I'd have him out and have him on the riding lawnmower and just riding on the steering wheel. And, he was a trip.
Yeah. Now these animals, they'll figure out a way out. It's just, did you go to the effort of making sure that they're, when I've had a couple of my spicier tarantulas and I've made sure that they're got extra special locks in there on the enclosure. So, I don't show up one day and find an empty enclosure and go, hey, where's this fun thing? Snakes the same way.
Sorry, Joe.
No, I was going to say, no, it's just, redundant locking systems. It's not that hard. People just get lazy.
Yep.
Shoot, I remember we were getting ready for that show, and that one tarantula got out from away from you real quick.
That was complete human error, and that was dumb. That was 100% dumb, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And guess what? I am throwing my kid under that bus so hard, so hard.
And the thing about it is, I'm going to go back to every.
At least it wasn't far, and y'all found it pretty quick.
Well,
your room is what? Inescapable.
Yeah, and what's known as manageable. And I'm going to go back to the quote, Joe. You say once, if not 3 times every show. Make sure know your animal, know the behavior of that animal, and what they're going to do and what they probably won't do. I mean, I just put that in there every show.
We got to hold a David Bowie spider, which is that perfect quote is fast as fuck, boy. They are lightning in a bottle. They are lightning in a bottle, man. And we actually worked together to be able to. Each of us got to hold that thing. It was pretty freaking cool. And it was effort, but like I said, Mike, we knew the animal. We knew
tarantulas, bro. You just sent me a bunch of amazing. Bam!
Oh,
look at that. That was one you had from a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, the Chaco.
Man, that thing, boy. Hey, that's next on my list. I'm gonna get that.
Was that the Chaco
golden knee? Huh?
Yeah, Chacos are awesome. Very, very underrated.
Tell us about this one. What is that? I'm not familiar with that.
That is a Belfore, Scotia. Was a blue-eyed Scotia baboon tarantula. They're a type of baboon, but they're called a Belfore. Those are actually the only true. Now there'll be a few arguments as there's a couple others that maybe kind of are. These are the only true communal tarantulas. I think the world record right now is some people put like 200 of them in together.
Okay, bro. I can handle a couple of tarantulas in my house now, but I don't know if I could walk into something like that.
That was if you go back to one of our Webs After Webs After Dark there. I put a picture up there of this guy on my arm. It's probably, what is that, about a 5-incher, 6-incher?
Yeah.
And they're absolutely stunning. The downside is you don't get to see them a lot because they usually web up like most of the different baboon species. They hide a lot. So they're beautiful. This is one of Kat's favorites. Kat loves the baboon tarantulas, and for good reason. Almost all of them have beautiful colors of some way, or they have beautiful patterns. You can get horn baboons. You get the OBTs,
the orange patty things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe had a real nice print of one there at the Jackson show. The baboon one.
Yep. They're not a first-timer tarantula, but they are definitely not the worst. There's different ones like the Togo Starburst, which is a very white one. You'll almost never see it. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're white and black, and they got feathery legs. They're stunning to look at. They got a nasty bite to them. Your dog or your cat gets bit by them, it's curtains. You're not going to die, but you're going to go to the hospital and wish you were dead.
Hey, my one dog does not like the tarantula. She sees it and she goes the other way.
That's perfect. You know what? Like everybody's like, I want my animals to get along. Like, no, don't try it. Nothing good's going to come of this.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got cats. Somebody's like, oh, I got cats. I'm gonna let my Burma. I wouldn't recommend that.
No, there's some
reptiles and spiders and stuff.
There's some, what is it, golden blue leg baboons. I helped Angela sell one, so that way I didn't take it home with me, but they had a feather leg baboon, which look those up. Those things are stunning.
Dude, they're
She's got some
amazingly
amazing
stunning.
stuff out there and supplies. I mean, she's an awesome lady.
Yep.
I've never met her, but I mean, I've talked to her on Facebook and stuff like that, and shared out her page, and so
I give her some huge credit because she doesn't sell her animals without some kind of proof of proper setup.
yeah,
And that is
for
a
sure.
hard way to do business when you compete with like sorry, PetSmart, I'm going to take a shot at you in Petco. But, when you're just like, here, you get an animal you shouldn't have, you get an animal. So we got, there's this company called Soldans. They turned into a company called Feeders here in Michigan, in the greater Lansing area. And they've got these little tarantulas and these tiny little cubes, right? And they're close to appropriate size. I'll give them that. They're cheap acrylic, really thin, but at least it's something. They got a little bit of sphagnum moss, some dirt down there for them, but they have it on the title of it is Grab and Go.
Oh my
Now they
god!
got easy keepers like here's a Choco Goldeny, which is a good starter tarantula, versus here's a
Here's an
Cobalt.
OBT.
Here's an Earth Tiger. Yeah, shit. Some of the ones they've got, the OBT,
bird eater.
they've got nasty old worlds that you can get a hold of on there. And I'm like, what if they don't know anything about this and you're cutting them loose with something that I actually grabbed one of their pamphlets and looked at it, and I'm sitting here like, oh my God. And the best part is when they're sorting it, they don't even have them by like, here's some of your ornamentals, here's some of your Earth Tigers, here's some of your other ones, just everything's scattered all over. They don't even have them separated into old world versus new world. And so you're just like,
Wow.
okay,
Chaotic.
you don't know what this is. You have no clue. There's no like, they don't even have like a spicy rating on it like you do what is it, Chili's or Buffalo Wild Wings or some of these places have that, the different spicy ratings. Like,
Fangs.
right? They
This
should.
is a 5-fanger right here.
Like mess around to find out,
Yeah.
Well, and that just adds to
That's
the,
kind of like
the
people
misunderstanding of the animal.
sorry.
No, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Kind of like people going in these Facebook groups and like, oh man, look at this. I just got bit by this worm, and how bad is this? Should I get it checked out? It's like, man, it's like, come on. They say they're gonna feed into that, PETA and all those guys, and it's like, man, that's where everything starts from. Just a simple picture. Doesn't take much.
I've only put up one time a bite mark, because it was a fluffy, cute animal that is going to get protected. It was a hybrid fox that they're allowed to keep here in Michigan because it's two different types of foxes. So, and it's a little puppy, and it chawed on my hand because they go from happy to unhappy and back to happy really quick.
A little swiping.
But it's fluffy, so it'll be protected. But if it's got scales or if it's got, little tarantula fangs or something like that, I am not putting up there when I get chewed on. I get chewed on a lot, and it's not the animal's fault.
Yeah.
And the animal doesn't deserve the heat on it. And by the way, if I'm putting it up there, it shows that I'm doubly dumb because I got put in a situation, get bit, and now I'm showing everybody out there that I got bit. So it's like 2 times the dumb.
Man, Markham Reptiles got them. What is it? The northern white lips he's got.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh, bro,
so pretty.
I saw that. I'm like, you know what, dude? As soon as I get situated in the home I buy, dude, I think I might have to go and get one, man.
Those are, speaking of spicy.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
I think there's a waiting. I think there's like 28 or 29 people on that waiting list so far.
Well,
yeah,
northern and southern white lips are both gorgeous, but all those Australian pythons are spicy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got carpets. He's got all kind of stuff. I like to. I'm gonna send him a message see if you can get him on here. And
yeah, I love carpets. I saw some. I want to track it down.
What's not to love about them? I mean, maybe their attitude from time to time, but
honestly, and I'll say this again. One of the problems with so many of the Australian pythons is how many of them, are coming from overseas, and if they're handled like so many other animals and allowed to be properly desensitized, they're not bad.
Yeah,
I've
no.
had some amazing carpet pythons, and I've had some really sketchy ones.
But see, there are people out there that they're like, "Ooh, I want that shiny new object," but they don't want to put the work in. What, bro? They don't want to put no work in. They're afraid of it. They don't even want to pull it out, bro.
Some
They
people treat it
want to
like a
be
new
able to say they
puppy.
had a snake or something. You know what I mean? There's people like that.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Well,
the
and,
first
like-
2 weeks, you get a new puppy, and it's like, all right, you know, and you got the love, and once that first new wears off, it's like, man, I don't want it anymore.
Dude,
you know, you get
amen,
a lot
Mike.
with snakes and alligators, you know, and all that stuff. It's like, hey, it's
Oh.
cool. You know, I got a baby gator. You know, it's gonna be cool, and that new wears off, and it's just
A new
puts them
car
to the back
smell
burner.
or
Time to
that
find
new
something
gator
else.
You
smell
know,
in this situation.
The problem with some of that too is, Mike, you get to
Unfortunate.
the point where like a lot of us in the reptile hobby are like with the crocodilians, right? And they're doing bans and stuff on it, and you're like, you never want to see more legislation, but at the same point in time, you're not maybe as opposed to legislation than the crocodilians is. I mean, how many people out there should really have an alligator?
Yeah,
Hey, you
I
know
don't
it's
know.
illegal to walk your alligator on a leash on the sidewalk in Chicago.
I'm surprised they even
I'm
let
okay,
them in.
I'm okay with that.
Look
I'm
it up.
honestly okay with that because you know
You
what?
cannot
Probably
walk
some
an
ding dong did
alligator
when
on
somebody
a
got bit.
leash on the sidewalk in Chicago. It's very specific.
I mean,
you just never
Michigan's
know, man.
Michigan's weird. In certain counties and certain cities, there's ban on crocodilians from ownership. You can't sell them at shows. You can't unless you're literally a zoo or have a special. What's the other?
The
Essentially
like a
501c.
Education.
Yeah, like an
Yeah,
educate,
yeah.
but it's got to be like a
Education.
certain level of you got to carry certain insurance and a bunch of other stuff you've got to follow.
Which
So
I think they should, you know, with certain animals.
I'm sorry, Mitzi, but apparently Mitzi
I'm seeing this.
got
I'm seeing
bit
this.
twice from a jaguar carpet on Valentine's Day. The little shit had me bleeding on 2 fingers.
All right. So somebody out there correct me. My morph knowledge on carpets is weak, but I think I've heard that some of the jaguar morphs can be a little bit on the spicier side. I don't know. Maybe I'm
They're
wrong.
kind of like
Somebody
a spider
correct me.
ball python. They have like that kind of wobbly, the jags. Yeah.
I want to find the one. I swear to God, I saw like a xanthic. I think I'm saying that right. The all black and white
Mhm.
looking carpet. I saw that thing and my brain melted. That was
Dave
just so cool looking.
Oh man, I can't believe I forgot this dude's name. I can't think of
Dave
it right now.
Palumbo down
But
in
he
Florida.
does the crossbreeding with the carpets and the green trees, right? The green tree pythons.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
Oh, I'm gonna make some people mad. I tell you what, one of the coolest snakes I've ever seen was a carpet and a ball python cross. It was awesome.
Car balls. I think that's what they call them, car balls.
Yeah, it was
Carballs.
awesome. It was a cool looking snake, had that kind of carpet looking head on it, but had more of a ball python-ish body, but not as thick. And then you got more carpet-like markings, kind of slightly mixed with the ball python. It looked cool. And I tell you what, even as a baby, that thing was amazing. It ended up, it got sold to somebody. I never owned it. It got sold to somebody, and then that person sold it, and it's in the wind now, so I have no idea where it went. But it was so chill. But it was honestly like a little baby berm. It was just puppy dog tame. It was so cool, but it wasn't
awesome.
It wasn't as chill as a ball python. It didn't just it moved around a ton. It was like an adult ball python that had been out at like, educational things. So it was used to moving a
little
ton.
more relaxed.
Yeah, I know Dave Palumbo.
Relax out being boring.
Dave Palumbo down in Florida, he's in Cape Coral. He's got a lot of the xanthic, albino xanthic, zebra carpets. He works with a lot of carpets down there, down in Florida.
That's awesome, dude.
Olive
I love seeing some of that stuff. Now, what's funny is I like the black and white stuff, but tegus are like black and white, and for some reason my brain says that's too normal. I like the red ones better.
I mean, I'd love to have a red tegu.
Or the blues. The blues are awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I've yet to
guys.
see a gold one in person.
Chris and his wife at the Jackson show, next other side of me, they have the blue tegus.
Oh, do they? I knew they had blue tongue skinks.
Okay, sorry. Yep, sorry, Joe. That was the skinks. Yep, I get them mixed up sometimes.
That's all right, dude. You didn't see it coming.
It's like the,
jeez.
Is it the BMW tegus? I guess they call it the blue and whites. They call them the BMW.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I get them mixed up sometimes, but
skinks are cool. They're kind of like, it's funny. He puts them on he's got this little couch he made up. Like it literally is like this little baby couch, right? It looks like it's straight off of Friends or something. And he puts his blue tongue skink in there, chills. And I'm like, I've always called them like skinks are awesome. They're like little potatoes with legs, man. They just chill and hang out with you like little big potatoes. So he puts them on the couch. I'm like, look, it's a couch potato, man. All right, Dad.
That's what Chris needs for his skink.
Dude, I'm telling you.
He says
no, that's
like a chunky big fat potato like him, like a couch potato. He just lays there and eats.
Oh man, well, you know it's cool. I like what he does down there because he spends a lot of time at the shows, educating people on these animals, talking with them, and getting these kids to engage. And I cannot stress this enough. All right, all you vendors calling you out. If you're lazy, you're not going to make sales. If you're not talking to the public, you and everybody else around you will lose the rights and the ability to have these reptile expos. Talk to people, engage them, have fun at the expos. I know it's work. I know talking to people all day long is tiring. Trust me, I get it. You know, that's all I do all day. And it seems like I talk a lot here, but when I'm done, I go and I melt. I'm toast. I got nothing left. But
yeah, but you never know though. When you're talking to people, like I even learned some stuff from other people, and certain with genes, like working with this or certain animals like with geckos I don't know anything about, and they educate me with that because I was like, well, I like this and that, and well, you ever thought about doing it this way, with like some geckos or whatever, or animal, just different things, and it's like just going back and forth, just educating people, like with the eggs, I'll rinse them out, keep the first shed, and I hand them out to the kids. The kids are like, do they like live birth, mommy, or they hatch out of an egg? Hey, I have an egg here, and this is its first shed. Would you like to have it? Is it real? Is it, made out of clay or Play-Doh? No, it's real. I'm scared to touch the snake. Here, I have skin. It's just, part of it. Here you go. Take it with you. And, you just educate. I talk to people when they're not even there, and I think they're there. So it's just something,
No,
sometimes they'll be there for a second, and then they're gone. You just never know. But
I mean, you got to be one part salesperson when you're working an expo, and the other part educator, because you get people. I have watched this I don't know how many times, and with Jackson, I work very closely with them, so I'm half front man, half PR guy, half comedic relief, and that's why I'm so big. I'm 3 halves, and but I'm telling you, it matters, right? So you get people that come in with their families, and I cannot tell you how many grandparents or parents bring their kids because they want to see it, and one of the parents is like freaked out, and they just are not having it, and you find like some way to explain to them. Like I tell people, like, do you know that tarantulas are basically like Muppets? And they're like, what? I'm like, listen, I'll show them a close up of one of my photos when they're big old googly eyes. I'm like, how can you be afraid of something that looks like this? I'm like, look at this thing. And, they get them laughing, like, all right, they're not so bad. I'm like, yeah, you don't got to like go cuddle them at night, and you say, but have you seen jumping spiders? So they go look at the little jumpers that are dancing. And like, okay, they're scared of all kinds of reptiles. You show them a bearded dragon. Like, listen, this is what this thing does right here.
Show
you take it like Chris's,
bro.
Right? You take him over to Chris's booth where he's got his blue tongue skink chilling on a couch. How can you be afraid of something that's laying on a couch? Its own little couch.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. It reminds me of Chris Eaton's too. He says like a big couch potato. Like I tell him, they come up, oh, I'm scared of snakes. I'm scared of snakes. It's like, what are you scared for? I'm scared they're gonna bite me, or I'm scared of this and that. It's like, what are you scared for? I was like, I can't see. Really? I was like, yeah, and I was like, here's what I do. I just go in and take it, and I take the head and just pet underneath of its chin, and I work with them. The animals. Some people work with their animals a lot. Some people don't. It just depends on the person. and you just work with them and show the people, hey, like some kid might, have like autism or something like that, and there's animals for those kids, not just to look at them. Let's get them out there and find something that they like, not just behind a screen or behind a cage. Just something that makes them feel important too.
I love seeing special needs, differently abled folks at the Reptile Expos. 99 times out of 100, they're there with the purest intentions. Their family is there with the purest of intentions, and they appreciate everything that you do. They love those animals. It is an amazing experience. Vendors, calling you out again. If you have not got a chance to interact with somebody like that, do it.
It's amazing.
It'll change everything.
Yeah, sometimes I talk to them and I just start bawling. It's like, it's like it's like, I'm disabled, and and the person, has something, like with autism, stuff like that. It's like, it's just comprehending, not like different disabilities or whatever like that. But it's like talking to them and say, there's stuff out there that we can do, even though we have a disability, or we have this wrong with this, or this person might have PTSD because of this. And, we just kind of find ways to help each other and educate each other, around the barriers that we're going to have in life, with the animals. It's just amazing just talking to these people. It just makes their day. They say they look forward every month to come in. They let them know, hey, we got so many days until the show, or hey, we got 2 days, and they come there and they say, I've been telling my mom or dad for the past month,
Mike,
and counting down every day.
Did you
What's
just
up?
say there's a show once a month where you live?
Well, the one I go to, some of them there's like 3 or 4 on the weekend, and yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
Like this month, there wasn't one in February, but all over the state, there's 3 on this side and 3 up this way and 4 down this way. I'd go to certain shows. I don't go to.
It seems kind of
other shows.
saturated for.
I think we got 5 shows a month in Michigan, because you got
5
what?
weekends.
Kalamazoo, Jackson, Taylor, Grand Rapids, Birch Run, right? Am I missing one? There's at least 5.
Flint.
Yep, that's the Birch Run show.
Don't drink.
Yeah, there's
water,
another
dude.
one in the other side of Flint.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 a month.
Yeah.
Hey, since y'all live in Michigan, right, and Flint has that tore up water system, do you? I was just curious, like, as someone who lives there, are you concerned about it, or is it just like, I drank out of the water hose when I was a kid, I should be fine?
I mean, everybody's well aware of like the pipe situation. Like, and by the way, everybody keyed on Flint because they caught him. Dude, go to a lot of these big
Be right
cities,
back,
these
guys.
older cities, and go to Boston, go to New York. These old
Right.
cities. I guarantee you, not all their piping's like on the level.
Yeah.
And so
No, I
just
remember last
yeah.
year they came through our backyard replacing all the piping from our neighbor's yard all the way
Right.
through mine, all the way down the street. They did the whole damn street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flint's got
Water
issues.
actually tasted a little bit better after they did it. Not gonna
Now
lie.
the fun part was they made it all about politics, and neither side's done a damn thing to work on it.
Yeah. That's
So
unfortunate, man.
that's the nature of it. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
But I
Well,
tell you what,
that-
we do have a lot of reptile exos, which is, one of those things that, in Michigan especially, like, I want to see people out there. I got to say, one of my biggest pet peeves, it shows, and I've seen it at other shows. When I see people down there, and you always see this vendor that's sitting down, they've been on their phone the whole time, they're staying on their butt, they don't engage people when they walk by, they complain about making sales. And I'm like, what do you expect? Do you expect these people to just come throw money at you and then just pick the animal up and walk away? Like, and I see it a lot. And, US Art can't do it all.
bro. I mean, if you just back there piddling on your phone, even when I bring my kid with me, when I bring Shannon and she helps me out, she's up. If she wants to be on her phone, I tell her to kick rocks off the table and go do something, throughout the show or whatever. And then she'll piddle on her phone for a little bit, but she never does it behind the table.
Helping a customer today, even if they don't spend money, might be a future investment next show or 2 shows down the road. Or they might send
100%.
somebody that they might never send money. They might send their brother, their sister, their friends over to you. And here's an even crazier thing, folks. When you're at a show, work with the other vendors. One of the best shows, I helped our friend Angela sometimes, and we went down to, they had a show in Brighton. They used to have one there, and we were at their last show, and I was positioned with the Jumping Spider vendor next to us, Spood Crew, and then I had Austin Plum from Plum's Exotics behind me.
I
And we were
swear to
literally
God, I've
sending
seen
people.
Spood Crew before. Spood Crew before
They're
somewhere.
getting huge
Tinley?
online.
Are they?
No, they haven't
Do
been to
they
Tinley
go to
yet.
Tinley or anything like that?
That's Houselay Spoods down there at Tinley.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
but yeah, it was crazy, right? So I didn't have like big chunks of cork bark sent to our friends with Pat and Jen from Pat and Jen's Creature Cave over there, because they had a bunch of it. Oh, you need dishes? They've got it too. Oh, you need some tarantulas? My boy Austin over here with Plum's Exotics got a whole bunch of sweet tarantulas. Oh, you want something smaller? He's got some jumpers over here from Spood Crew. And they're like, oh, hey, guess what? He's got a few enclosures over here. He's got some substrate. He's got some sphagnum moss. He's got some leaves. Go check our boy Joe out. Crazy thought. Everybody works together. Everybody is making money, folks. And guess what? We were all happy. So the customers were having a good time, right? When people are happy, they like spending money. They have a good time. They're happy about their purchase. That animal will get treated better.
I seen one of my friends vending at a show one time, and she was selling like these pre-made ball python enclosures, or like a small snake with the Tupperware, but it had a heat mat. It had a bag of cocoa that would fill the tub properly, like a little water dish, everything. So I was telling people, because they were walking by with no snakes, I'm like, hey, I'll give you I think I gave them like 25% off if they bought a snake with me for buying from my friend around the corner. You know
Heck
what I
yeah,
mean?
it
I
does.
made a bunch of sales that day, dude. That was a good day.
Yeah, I always, if I don't have it, I always send them to certain people that I know that do have it.
It makes a
that helps
difference.
too.
And so here's the crazy thing, right? Like if you're working with these other vendors, it gives the customers like a really good vibe. Like, all right, it's not cutthroat here,
Yeah.
They're not just out to make a buck, and
Yeah.
they're actually, I can believe them, I can trust them, and it will return for you in the end. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen right now. It's seeds for the future. But
Yeah.
I was just saying a minute ago, Mike, if you enjoy your experience as a customer, you're going to take better care of that animal, because that animal represents fun, happiness, right? You care more about it. And right off the bat, a lot of people don't necessarily always see an animal purchase as a living thing. It's more of like something cool they're getting, right? So
Mhm.
help get them invested, help them enjoy this animal, right? Get them invested in setting up a cool enclosure, Go talk to my homie Sean about setting up a cool bioactive one, right? After he got a really sweet snake from Big Mike over here, right?
Yeah.
Get them interested in the purchase. Like, okay, yeah, we really can't afford that bioactive right now. Okay, talk to Mike about getting that snake. Go talk to homie, about how are we going to get this ready for the future? What size tank do I need to get for it?
Dude, I'm refurbing. As a matter of fact, I'm refurbing a new bio right now. I just got it all cleaned out, sanitized, everything, dude. And I looked through the dirt, and the dirt still had an amazing springtail and isopod population. So I was like, yes, I'm putting this dirt back into there.
There
But
you go.
like it
That's
was
healthy
all
dirt.
foam and stuff. It was like one of my first bios, and I'm like, dude, this is horrible, dude. This is like my building block stuff.
Yeah, but
So,
everybody's got to
homie,
start somewhere,
Yep. But this one, dude, this one's special. It's gonna take some time to do it. It's gonna be my first one on a misting system too.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, you'll have people come in. I'm looking for this type of snake. It's like I don't have any right now. It's the off season. Here in June, July, and August. I'm going to be hatching some, but they have some right over there. And then generally, the mom, the husband or wife, well, honey, we really don't have everything we need right now. Can we wait? And some people will say, yeah, we want to wait, or no, I'm going to go ahead and get it, and then we'll get the other stuff. And you just gotta say, hey, make sure your temps and stuff's right, because you might have your temperatures might not be right for a few days, and that might throw them off food for a little bit. So just kind of take that extra time and make sure that's the right time.
Yeah,
Not to
I
sell it right away. You know what I'm saying? Like not just
I
to make a
agree.
sale. You want to make sure that they're ready for that animal.
I
You know,
figured out
there's
a
a
way to market my crested geckos. So every crested gecko's in an appropriate size tub uh that you can take home with you. So instead of like you buying a gecko from me and then you're like, well shit, I gotta find a home, you get a home with the gecko. You take it home in the enclosure it came in and you're good to go. And it's got plants in it. I
Mhm.
figured out a way to put like fishing wire in the corners and tie it off,
Mhm.
and you can't see the wire. It's just a cup with soil and a plant, and the geckos love it, dude. They go nuts.
I
Yeah.
They go
it
nuts.
and it makes happier animals. When
Hmm.
we were selling a few enclosures, I went over to whatever tarantula friend I had available, and I go and I'd grab a little substrate. I put a few leaves and some cork bark down there. I'd go to like our friends with plants. I buy a couple plants from them, so they made a sale right off the bat. Spend like $10 in plants. I'd set up a really quick little like it took me 20 minutes. And all of a
Yeah,
sudden now that tarantula that's at a show has got a decent little enclosure. It's chilling. I put the card out of all the people that were involved in it, and everybody's happy. You know,
yep.
Yeah. Spread the
um,
love. Yeah.
and
Dude,
it
every time anytime somebody asks me, "Hey, do you know about tarantulas?" I'm like, "No, but I know who does." I always say it's cat. I don't know
yep,
really anybody else, to be fair. I mean, and that
Yeah. Or
woman has
somebody.
got so much knowledge on tarantulas, bro.
Yeah.
I kind of consider
yeah.
her subject expert in that field. It's gonna
Oh, she
be
Generally,
definitely is.
real
somebody's in the
sad
same.
without her here.
That's what makes it pretty. Like generally, everybody's usually in the same spot at the shows. Every now and then, somebody will be moved or something. But or this person has this. I'm like, all right, go over. I usually sometimes count the rows, or they're in that back
Mhm.
left-handed corner, or they're 4 or 5 tables down, or it's just I try to memorize a lot of people, same people, each and every time.
I,
It's getting bigger and bigger. They're going to be doing plants and stuff here pretty soon
yeah.
too.
We have some new vendors come on. There's I can't think of the name of them. They were new last show, but they came out. They had nice size enclosures for they had their little spiderlings, and they weren't slings. They're like inch and a half, 2 inch little babies, and they had it
Hmm.
all set up. Not fully bioactive, but it was moss and decorated in dirt, and it was perfect for these tarantulas. Right? It was beautiful, and when you looked at it, it was visually appealing and very good for the animal. I'm like, they probably only spent like maybe $5 extra on this setup, on top of the enclosure. I said,
Yeah,
and they're going to be able to double their money because of how well it looks. And now all of a sudden, the people have something ready to go. And it's an established setup for this animal. You don't have to move it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
presentation makes a big difference.
well, like getting back to what Sean's doing, right? He's sending them with something established, ready to go. They're comfortable. So, it was
Yeah.
like one of the issues we had with that black monitor, right? It got thrust into a whole new environment. So if we'd have been able to
yep.
take an enclosure ready to go for it, that it was used to, that it knew it's smelling,
Yeah.
it would have been
And
easier.
the only thing, when I sell my geckos, man, the only thing I really care that changes is the temperature in the house. Like I keep mine at like 75 year round.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you don't freeze the damn gecko out. But you know what I mean? Like that's too
Little
easy.
little little seed mat with a thermostat works great.
Yep, yep. Low heat though.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's
Sometimes
why
they'll sit on
that's why
that.
I said seed mat. Those seed mats are usually a little cooler than the actual heat mats you use.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
use a seed mat for some of my tarantulas during the actually in for the summertime because we liked it cool in our house. So I kicked
Hmm.
that seed mat on for them with a nice little thermostat, and I set it at about 80, which is kind of a nice general range for most of the tarantulas.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
Well,
in like
guys.
is it we getting time?
Yes, sir. It's been a really good show back, guys. We're gonna have to wrap this up tonight, though. Um, hey, don't forget to check out the Big Homies Breakdown Saturday.
Heck yeah.
Um, yeah, and also Behind the Scales is on Sunday. That's going to be 3 Eastern. And the big homies breakdown is going to be 7:30 Eastern. So make sure y'all are there. Check us out. If you made it this far, go ahead and like, share, and if you're not a homie yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe and become a homie today, so you don't miss all these opportunities to hang out. And by the way, Wednesday is usually an open panel, and if you're a homie, you get the invite every week. So go hit subscribe, hit me up on Instagram. Uh, go hit the big homie up on Instagram and get added into the chat. And we'll see y'all next Saturday. Peace.